866-582-9933 is the number to call. If you're listening to the podcast, that number, 855-347-3696, which is the same number to call if you'd like information about the health opportunity or the wealth opportunity that we talk about here on Fire Your MD Now. That's 855-347-3696. Also, of course, on the wonderful World Wide Web at fireyourmdnow.com. Ken called at the top of the last hour, then we dropped him, and now he's back, so we're going to take him next. Hey, Ken, thanks for giving us a call. You are live.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good, thanks. How's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty good. I'm on your Team Glidden right here.
Fantastic, Ken. That makes you the man.
Yes, sir. I got a blood sugar pack for a guy that works with me, and he's been taking it for 3 weeks. It dropped his blood sugar from 320 to 126.
Yeah, that beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, right?
Yeah, it is. So my question is, he got a concern, and his concern is, now he's feeling like yesterday he felt kind of tired. Like, why would you say he was feeling tired?
Well, there's a million things that can cause, while the body's adjusting to the new blood rhythms, it's going to take a while for his body to kind of like figure out. It's kind of like if you're working a 9-to-5 job and then all of a sudden you get switched to the night shift, right? It takes you a couple weeks to like get used to that schedule, right?
Yeah.
So it's just going to take his body time in order to adjust to appropriate blood sugar levels. And, whether he's sweating too much on one day or overexerting too much or going to the gym too much, or maybe he cheated on the diet and ate some fried food or drank a great big glass of orange juice or whatever. Now, remember what we do here, Ken. It's a 1-2 punch. So we give the supplements, and we change the diet. So he needs to dial in the elimination of the 10 bad foods from his diet. And unless he does that, all bets are off. I mean, we're going to be able to help him with his blood sugar, but he won't be able to optimize his health because he's going to be eating crap that's, it's going to be like 3 steps forward with the supplements and then 2 steps backwards with the wrong food. He's going to be making progress, but it's going to be a bumpy ride. So I would encourage him to make sure that he's eliminating the 10 bad foods and just give the program more time. If he's still having a bumpy ride after 90 days, then we can talk about modifying the program. But if he dials the diet in and is consistent and diligent with the daily supplements, he should be fine.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I told him your body is adjusting to this new blood sugar. I told him about the 10 bad foods. We got him off the sodas. We got him off the bread and the margarines and all the vegetable oils and stuff like that. But he wanted me to reinforce all of this by calling in and asking what you thought about it, and you pretty much explained everything. And I think.
All right, Ken. Hey, look, you're the greatest, right? Thank you for everything that you do. Welcome aboard to Team Glidden. And folks, look, this is how we do it. This isn't rocket science. If you think the only way that you can be a successful longevity person is to, go back to school and memorize biochemical pathways, you're wrong. Because healing is easy. We have boilerplate foundation medical nutrition protocols that are easy to teach and easy to learn and easy to talk about. Easy to teach, easy to learn, easy to talk about. For heaven's sake, if you can pass the driver's license test, you can be a successful longevity distributor. I've got a 10-year-old girl. She's 10 years old. She was on this radio show a couple of weeks ago. She's in Seattle, and she's knocking it out of the park. She's 10 years old. If a 10-year-old can do it, you think you can do it? The answer is yes. Join our cause. It's a simple solution. We have simple methods of showing people our message and securing your financial future. You don't know what you're missing, folks. Give us a call. 855-347-3696. Tell whomever answers you want to join Longevity. You want to know how to learn the simple system. You want to know how to make it work. And they will hold your hand and help you do it. That's 855-347-3696. Next up is Pam, who's calling with a question about the Healthy Start Pack. I think, hey, Pam, thanks for the call. You are live.
Hey, this is Pam from Florida. How you doing?
Pretty good, Pam. Oh, you're rubbing it in. Pam from Florida. All right.
Well,
75 degrees in Florida. It's 45 degrees here. All right, Pam. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Hey, I got a couple things I was going to remind you. I don't know if you remember talking to my husband yesterday. Jim from Florida had quite a few issues with glaucoma, high blood pressure.
I remember that guy. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you, I'm his wife, so I have issues, too, that I need some help with, okay?
Sure.
All right, so I also have the high blood pressure, the high cholesterol. I had a stent put in on 130 of this year, and then I have fibromyalgia, and I also have some depression.
Well, you guys must have really good insurance, do you?
We do, and actually, and I believe what you're going to say or what you're thinking. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're doing all these tests and all these procedures on you, because you can afford it. You've got the insurance, and, they're like, you're like an ATM machine to these guys.
Yes, we are. We know that. That's why we're calling you. Yes, we know that. We probably go to the doctor once or twice a week. That's stupid, yes.
Yeah, well, I get it, but look, you're in pain, you got to do something. Your life is literally on the line, you got to do something. You can't just sit by the sidelines and wait for the old ticker to crack, right? You got to do something.
Right.
Right. So there's no criticism here. It's just an observation of the way that it is here in this country, and it's just a tragedy. I mean, it's a tragedy of biblical proportion.
And like I said, I totally agree with you. We know that's what it is because we do have good insurance,
Yeah, all right. So anyway, so here's what we're going to do. Fibromyalgia, from our point of view, is a simple deficiency in the mineral selenium. All right?
Okay.
It might interest you to know that fibromyalgia in the veterinarian community is called white muscle disease. It happens in lambs or sheep, I think. Baby sheep.
Yeah.
Regularly. And when a baby sheep has white muscle disease, the vet comes out, gives it an injection of selenium, and within 30 minutes it's running around like nothing happened.
Wow.
So you are deficient in selenium. And when you take appropriate amounts of selenium back in your body, the fibromyalgic condition should virtually disappear, number one.
Got it. All right.
Number two, the most common cause of high blood pressure, there are a number of things that can cause high blood pressure, but the most common cause is not enough calcium in your body.
Okay.
Because the blood vessels that carry blood away from your heart are called arteries, and the blood vessels that carry blood back to your heart are called veins.
Right.
And the only difference between an artery and a vein is that the artery has a muscle in it, and the vein does not.
Gotcha.
And the artery has a muscle in it because God is smart, and nature provided your arteries with muscles in order to help the heart pump your blood.
Mm-hmm.
So the muscles in your arteries constrict and relax, kind of like a snake slithering down the street in order to pump the blood downstream. That's pretty smart. But the muscle in the artery is no different than a muscle in your arm or your leg or your back or anywhere else. And in order for muscles to constrict and relax, they need calcium and magnesium.
Okay.
Now, if you are deficient in calcium, or anybody is deficient in calcium, you get muscle spasms and tics and twitches and muscle cramps. You get Charlie horses at night in bed, you get restless legs, you get really bad menstrual cramps, you get chronic low back pain, muscle twitches around your eyelid or whatever.
Right.
And if it's a muscle in your artery that constricts, it gets a cramp, your blood pressure spikes, right?
Right.
It's kind of like squeezing a garden hose a little bit, the water comes out faster. Well, it's the same thing with your arteries. So most of the time, blood pressure is a simple calcium and magnesium deficiency, and so we just give you, calcium and magnesium in order to support and promote your cardiovascular system, and 9 times out of 10 it goes away.
Okay.
Now, did you also mention that you have a sugar issue or not?
I do not.
You do not. Okay. So, and how much do you weigh?
245.
Okay. So what I would do is, for 90 days,
Right.
two healthy blood sugar packs, Two healthy blood sugar packs.
Okay.
And 4 bottles of selenium a month. 2 healthy blood sugar packs and 4 bottles of selenium. S-E-L like Larry, E-N like Nancy, I-U-M. It's actually called Ultimate Selenium.
Okay.
It's Ultimate Selenium. You need 4 of those a month, and you need 2 healthy blood sugar packs a month. All right?
Okay, I've got to ask, why the blood sugar if I don't have an issue?
I'm sorry. The initial issue was fibromyalgia and high blood pressure, right?
Right.
All right. Yes, I'm a little off my game today. So it's a healthy. Okay. Thank you for catching me. It's a healthy start pack. 2 healthy start packs.
Okay.
And 4 bottles of selenium a month should be all that you need. So 2 healthy start packs, 4 bottles of selenium for 90 days.
Okay.
Now,
in
addition to that, you, me, your husband, everyone in your family, everyone at your church, everyone at your life needs to stop eating the 10 bad foods.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can download that list for free at my website, right? So
we got all that. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law also remember, so that's where we're getting a lot of our information from. So good.
All right, good. So stop the 10 bad foods, take those nutritional supplements every day for 90 days, and just get into the habit of every couple of days measuring your blood pressure.
Okay.
And as the blood pressure numbers start to come down, you got to go to a pharmacist or go back to an MD or someone and have them reduce your meds.
Right.
And what you also might want to do, because healing is a curious thing, is you might want to, every couple of days, on a piece of paper, grade your fibromyalgia pain. You know, like Monday, my pain, it's an 8 out of a 10. And then a week later, it's a 6 out of a 10 or whatever. Because the way that the fibromyalgia will go away is slowly but surely and steadily, kind of like watching your hair grow. And you don't really feel your hair growing every day, but a month from now you need a haircut. And so if you keep close watch over your pain symptoms and give them a grade every day, you can have a better understanding of the healing process. Hey, thanks for the call. We're up against the hard break, Pam. I appreciate it. Now go out there and get your health back. And it's the second hour of Fire Your MD Now. Check out the website, fireyourmdnow.com. Sign up for the free online newsletter. And until Friday, today being Wednesday, if you sign up for the free newsletter, you're going to get 7 days of free access to my online health recovery subscription service. 7 days of free access. Check it out. See whether you like it or not. Get smart. Get knowledge. Get information inside of the zone of the stuff that you didn't know. Recover your health with longevity. Check it out. FireYourMDNow.com. Bill is on the line now with a question about his hair, I think. Hey, Bill, thanks for waiting. You are live.
Hello, Dr. Glidden. I'm so glad to finally get through to you. And by the way, you have an excellent singing voice. we need to have you right along beside, can I say the Beatles? A long time ago, but
just keep me away from the microphone and the crowds, Bill. That's all I can say.
Hey, here's the problem. And it's not me and my hair, although I do have problems, but that's not the question.
All right.
I have a very good friend. Her name is Barbara. She's not here listening now, but she will listen to the archives on GCN. Thank you, Ted Anderson. I've known her for 20 years. She's always had long, beautiful, thick brown hair. Okay, I talked her into, I didn't have to do too much talking, but I convinced her to get on the Beyond Tangerine about 6 or 8 months ago, and she's been taking that. Now we don't think that this has any connection with the Beyond Tangerine, but she asked questions of me. I didn't know how to answer them. You will. She said, well, the Beyond Tangerine only has 5% of the daily value of magnesium and only 5% of the daily value of calcium. So she's taking extra calcium and magnesium. Her hair's falling out by the handfuls when she gets in the shower, and she's wondering, could it be those extra minerals she's taking, or is something completely unrelated to this, such as a hormone imbalance taking place?
Well, good question. questions, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire is the short answer. Now, the longevity, Dr. Wallach, in his wisdom, right, put together 3 separate supplements to deliver all 90 essential nutrients to the human body. She's absolutely right that the Beyond Tangy Tangerine doesn't have enough calcium and it doesn't have enough magnesium to cut the mustard. It just doesn't. It also doesn't have any essential fatty acids whatsoever. Now remember, there are 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs, and there's only in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, well, let's do a count there. So that's 90, take away 2, that's 88, take away 2 more, that's 85 or 86. So there's about 85 essential nutrients inside the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. That means she's 4 or 5 short, and the ones that she's short from are significant. And that's why the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is bundled with the essential fatty acid fish oil capsules and the liquid calcium and magnesium. That's why it's bundled, all 3 in one Healthy Start Pack. So she has to up her game to the Healthy Start Pack in order to give her body all 90 essential nutrients. And I got to tell you something, man, not all calcium supplements are created equal, not by a long shot. Most over-the-counter calcium supplements that people can get at the health food store or online, because of their recipes, in order to get all of the calcium that your body needs every day from most over-the-counter calcium supplements, you need to do about 30 a day. 30 a day. I mean, that's just way too many. With Longevity's liquid calcium, the recommendation is 1 ounce per 100 pounds of body weight per day.
Is that in the Healthy Start Pack?
Yeah, so that's what she needs. Instead of just the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and extracurricular over-the-counter calcium, she needs 1 Healthy Start Pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month.
Is that the Osteo FX? Is that
the Osteo FX Plus is the calcium that's in the Healthy Start Pack. And there's also one other thing in the Healthy Start Pack. It's called E like Edward, F like Frank, A like Apple, EFA Plus. That's the omega-3 and the omega-6 fatty acids extracted from fish oil. Now, stick with me, Bill. We're up against the hard break. I'm going to give you insight into why I think her hair's falling out when we come back from the break. But hook her up with a Healthy Start Pack. That's going to give her all 90 essential nutrients, plus the calcium and magnesium and the EFAs that are missing from the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Dr. Peter Glidden, you're a steadfast advocate for health, welcoming you back to Fire Your MD Now. You still with me, Bill?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now, the most common, first of all, the stuff that's in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is, and minerals are essential nutrients. Your body needs them. And you can't have a negative reaction from an essential nutrient. You just can't do it. That would be like having a negative reaction to water or a negative reaction to air, right? Now, can you take too much water? Well, yeah, it's really hard to do. Can you be exposed to too much oxygen? Well, yeah, but it's really hard to do. So the most common, there's a saying in medicine, when you hear hoofbeats, you think about horses before you think about zebras, or before you think about wildebeest or bison, right? So the most common cause of hair falling out is an underactive thyroid. It's an underactive thyroid. Now, there is one other thing that can cause hair to start to fall out. It's too much of the trace mineral selenium. SELEN like Nancy IUM. Is she taking a standalone selenium supplement?
Yes, sir. She sure is.
Do you know how many she's doing a day?
I'm not really sure. I know that she started when I got her started on the Beyond Tangerine. She wanted to make up for the things that were not in Beyond Tangerine by taking some of the other supplements independently, and selenium is one of those. Yes, sir.
Did she get those from Longevity or from somebody else?
Walmart.
Oh, yeah, okay. So now you want to check to see, I don't know how she's going to know this herself, but you might want to look to see if she has a fishy odor coming from her mouth or a garlicky odor?
She smells okay to me.
All right. How about her fingernails? How are her fingernails?
I haven't smelled them yet.
Are her fingernails cracked, or are they healthy?
No, sir. She has good nails. It's just the hair, and her hair looks healthy, but when she gets in the shower, it just falls out by the handful.
Well, all right. So the first thing I would do is I would stop the selenium for 7 days.
Okay.
Keep taking the Beyond Tangy because she needs it, and up the ante with her next order to 1 Healthy Start Pack, because 1 Healthy Start Pack per 100 pounds of body weight gives her everything that her body needs, including calcium, magnesium, and selenium in doses appropriate for her body. So stop the selenium for 7 days, see if the hair stops falling out, and then give her 1 Healthy Start Pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. That's the best way to do it. Now, if after stopping the selenium the hair is still falling out, it's probably a thyroid issue, Other symptoms of a thyroid issue are she's colder than everybody else, number one. Her energy is in the crapper. She feels like she's in first gear all the time. And she gains weight just by looking at food. She'll gain weight kind of regardless of how many calories she eats.
Okay, well, if I can interrupt you here, she has plenty of energy, no problem there. When you say she's colder than everybody else, does that mean her body temperature seems to be cold, or she's more sensitive to cold?
Yeah, it means that she feels cold when everybody else is warm.
Okay, all right, their energy level's good. She's gained a little weight in the past year, but nothing that would be obviously serious. Most people would look at her and say she looks the same she did a year ago.
All right, so then it's probably a selenium issue. So just have her stop the Kmart or the Walmart selenium supplement. Keep doing the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and I bet you that fixes it. Now, one more thing, though, buddy, right? She has to stop eating the 10 bad foods, and so do you. So, okay. Because this is our whole thing here is that the majority of chronic diseases are caused by nutrient deficiencies. And so we're filling up people's nutrient tanks with the essential nutrients, the Healthy Start Pack, and we're eliminating food from the diet that's punching holes in the bottom of that tank, so to speak. So, if she's taking all the right nutrients and all the right doses, but she's eating all the wrong food all the time, she's going to be swallowing the nutrients, but they're going to be leaking out before they get into the bloodstream because she's eating all the wrong food. Mm-hmm. So, go to my website, fireyourmdnow.com. Sign up for the free newsletter. It's right there on the front page. And as soon as you hit the submit button, you're going to be directed to a hidden page on the website where you can download a document called Good Food, Bad Food. It's free. Just download it to your computer, print it up, and I want you and her and everybody else in your life to stop eating the 10 bad foods. If she eliminates those 10 bad foods, takes the Healthy Start Pack, and knocks off the extracurricular, Walmart selenium, I bet you she's going to feel like $1 million.
Okay, that sounds like very good news.
Yeah, me too, Bill. And, maybe you and I can form a band. What do you think?
Hey, I can dig it, man.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, Bill. You're the greatest. Call me back in a couple of weeks with an update, and thank you for everything that you do. Diana is up next with a question about longevity, I think. Hey, Diana, thanks for waiting. You are live. Hello, Diana. Come in, Diana. Are you there? Maybe not. How about John with a question about muscles and joints? Hey, John, how about you? Are you there?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hi. I had a problem with bunions, and I'm wondering what to take to rebuild the cartilage and or bone. I've been on the product since January 21st or so. I started ASAP on February 17th and lost about 27 pounds, and I'm eating a normal diet now, normal meaning none of the bad foods, and just loving how I feel, but I'm wondering what the proper dosage of like Calipati or glucogel, and I've ordered a bone and joint pack. It's on its way.
Okay. Are you experiencing any pain? Do you have like pain in the bunion area?
No, it just looks bad, and my grandfather had them, and his feet were a disaster, and he had them operated on, and I don't want mine to get like that.
Yeah, well,
they don't hurt.
Yeah, okay. So, by the way, it's not genetic, but here's an interesting factoid to know and tell, and whoever figures this one out is going to get the next Nobel Prize, maybe. There are over 270 diseases caused by not enough calcium. Bunions are one of them. But nobody knows why person A with not enough calcium will get high blood pressure, and person B, their brother or sister who has not enough calcium, will get low back pain or arthritis, which is also a calcium deficiency. We don't know why calcium deficiency in one person shows up as bunions and calcium deficiencies in another person shows up as high blood pressure. There's something going on there that's familial. There's something going on there that's related to something in the chromosomes, we think, but nobody really has dialed that in. So, my point being here that if your father had been properly nutrified, he wouldn't have had bunions and he wouldn't have had horrible feet. And
right.
Just because he did, that means, ostensibly that a weak link in your chain is the musculoskeletal system. Mm-hmm. And so we need to kind of up the ante there to make sure that your body doesn't break at its weakest link. But why that link is weak, nobody knows. Right. So, all right, so the secret sauce here to support and promote the structure and function of your bones and joints, which would be a smart thing to do in the face of, bunions, is 1 capsule of glucogel per 10 pounds of body weight per day. So what's your current body weight?
About 150.
150, so you need 15 glucogel a day. So 5 with breakfast, 5 with lunch, 5 with dinner.
Okay.
So 15 a day, right? That's times 30. That's 450 glucogels, 450 a month. That's kind of a hard thing to dial in. But if you get 2 bottles of glucogel at the 240 count, that will give you 480 capsules a month.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's 16 a day. So instead of 15 a day, just do 16 a day. That's easier to do anyway. So, 5 with breakfast, 5 with lunch, 10 with dinner. And because it's a condition that we're trying to get on the other side of by supporting and promoting your body's ability to fix itself, for 3 months, I would take the 200-pound dose of calcium, which would be 1 ounce of calcium twice a day. So you would need 2 bottles of the liquid calcium a month if you're going to do 1 ounce twice a day, right?
Okay.
Now, in addition to the you get 1 calcium and 1 healthy bone and joint pack, but you're going to need another calcium. So I would get 1 bottle of Cal Toddy. It's a Super Life product, Super Life, which is a longevity subsidiary. Get 1 bottle of Cal Toddy. And take the Cal Toddy dose right before bed. 1 ounce in a little bit of orange juice or a little bit of water immediately before bed.
Okay.
Now, the other thing that we do here in order to facilitate the deposition of the sulfur-bearing molecules, which is the glucogel, into the architecture of your musculoskeletal system is selenium. The selenium really goes a long way towards optimizing and facilitating the deposition of the sulfur-bearing molecules into the musculoskeletal frameworks, and the recommendation there at 150 pounds would be 3 bottles of selenium a month. So if you do the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, 1 extra bottle of glucogel a month, 1 extra bottle of Cal Toddy a month, and 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium a month, that's a really good recipe.
All right. And you want me to do the liquid glucogel, the capsules rather than the liquid?
You can do either.
Okay.
If you do the liquid, it's going to be 3 bottles a month, right?
Okay.
Whatever's easier. And if you do the liquid, I would get the newest iteration of the liquid glucogel. It's called Glucogel Plus. Because it has way more antioxidants in it than the old glucogel.
Okay.
And, it's called the practice of medicine for a reason, because we evolve and, change the recipes appropriately based on current research and our clinical experience. Right. So either one works. you might want to do a little in-house experiment. Do the liquid glucogel for 4 weeks and then do the capsules for 4 weeks and see which makes you feel better.
Right. Okay. One other question about thinning hair. I'm 35, and I was wondering if this would be a product that hair, nails, or something, a longevity product.
Yeah, it's called Hair and Nails. That provides the raw materials necessary for hair. And, once you've got the 90 essential nutrients dialed in and you've eliminated the 10 bad foods, then you're going a long way towards supporting and promoting healthy hair. And there's a couple of things that will make hair start to fall out. And that is the production of a testosterone derivative in men. There are a couple of products on the market that break that little molecule up, but Youngevity doesn't sell them. And there's also a little infrared cap that you can get and put on your head. Those work really well, but Youngevity doesn't sell that. So really, if you want to go the extra mile for your hair, you're probably going to have to go outside of the Youngevity family. The first place I would go is the infrared cap, believe it or not. That's the first place I would go. But really, you need to stop the 10 bad foods, get all the 90 essential nutrients into your body. That's a really good foundation from which you can spring into other domains to see if you can, prevent more hair loss. And let me know how that works for you. Thanks so much for the work that you do. Thanks for the call. Decca Albums is Decca Albums. Well, they're the ones that refuse to sign the Beatles. Imagine that. Refuse to sign the Beatles, and, the rest is history. Remember when Microsoft first launched their desktop computer back in the day? Well, all the critics said that desktop computers would never take, and that was just the domain of, businesses like IBM, and they're really the only ones. Multinational corporations and banks really were the only ones that would benefit from personal computers, and it was a loss leader. It was never going to take. Well, look at it now. Everybody in the world has a computer, and now everybody in the world has a cell phone, and wouldn't you have loved to be one of the first people to buy stock with Microsoft, or one of the first people to kind of get on board with the whole personal computer revolution, right? I mean, back in the day, nobody even knew what personal computers were, and now everybody and their brother has one. Well, that's exactly where we are now in the world with our information about science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition. We're the only people talking about it now. In 20 years from now, it's going to be a household word. Youngevity will be a household word 20 years from now. The same way that Microsoft is, the same way that everybody now has a personal computer. 20 years from now, everybody is going to have the Youngevity products at home. Why? Because they work. And it's only a matter of time until the truth unravels, because you can't stop the truth. You just can't do it. You can try. The pharmaceutical industries will probably try. I mean, for goodness sake, they're trying to regulate naturopathic medicine out the window. They're trying to make it illegal for my colleagues to practice medicine, but it's only a matter of time until this word spreads, because it's like wildfire. For goodness sake, when someone has, blood sugars in the 300s, and then 4 weeks later they're normal because they took a nutritional supplement, how long do you think it's going to take for that to become common knowledge? And this is what we do here with Youngevity. We make we make knowledge common sense. We make good sense common, right? How do things become common sense? It's because some people started that conversation, and some people had a new idea. People had a new idea. It was a new idea, and eventually the idea sticks and works its way into common sense. Not everything that's common sense today was common sense 100 years ago, and one of the things that's going to become common sense is the 90 essential nutrients. So you want to jump on this train right now. You want to jump on this train. The same way that you're kicking yourself for not buying Microsoft stock, well, get some Youngevity stock right now. It's a publicly traded company. Now, am I a financial analyst? No. Am I an economist? No. Do I have a degree in economy? No. Should you listen to my advice about the stock market? Probably not, but I'm telling you, Longevity is a good place to be right now. Whether you buy stock or not, you should join the company. Because this is going to be a billion-dollar company. This is going to be a household word 20 years from now. Mark my words. Get on this boat now while the getting is good. For goodness sake, ladies and gentlemen, if for no reason other than to secure your health. Secure your health and, the wealth of your family. Did you know that if you own a longevity business and you work your longevity business into a six-figure business a year or better, or even if it's a five-figure salary a year, you can will it to your kids. Now, if you go to work for IBM or for Costco, or you go to work for somebody else, are you able to will your salary to your kids? No, your salary dies with you. Your salary stops when you retire. And when you die, so does your pension. But if you have a longevity business, your kids can continue it. You can will it to the kids, and it continues to pay them long after you've gone to the great beyond. It is a fantastic business opportunity, no matter how you shake it. Join us at fireyourmdnow.com. Click on the Join Longevity button and follow the links into health and wealth. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, thanking you again for listening, thanking you for tuning in, thanking you for all of your support. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Remember, keep looking up. Dr. Peter Glidden. See you next time.